I think we're live. Hello folks, and welcome back to another full body workout. This is day 3 of 4, and I'm just changing up a little bit this week, going through one main compound lift for chest, back, and legs, and then doing some accessory work for a last set there, and doing drop sets on the last set of everything just to make it a little bit harder. And let me tell you, my legs are still sore from the last one for doing that drop set of squats, which I've never done before. So it was pretty intense. But starting out today with a bench press, got 95 pounds on there to warm up, 20 reps. So we're gonna get this started. Nice, slow and controlled, not just speeding through the reps. First warm-up set's done. Move this up to, I think, 145 was the plan for the next set for 15 reps, or just warming into it before getting into heavy, more difficult sets. So we don't get any injuries. A lot of people want to stretch and do all that stuff ahead of time, but I'm just working lightweight with the exercise I'm doing in order to get the muscles stretched out properly for the movement we're going to be doing. Instead of sitting there stretching my chest all around and then trying to bang out a bunch of reps, you can still get injured, even if you're warmed up that way. My computer fan is going crazy. Hey John, good afternoon. Yeah, that's the goal, no injuries. Make sure this is working here. All right. So next set, doing 15 reps with 145. And if you follow my other workouts, I typically do a push-pull leg split, but I like my split I've been doing and it works well for me, but also like to change stuff up every so often, so I'm working out every other day instead, doing full body, and the goal is to hit every exercise on there. And also, a lot of times, say we do a chest day, doing bench press and incline, and then flies and all that. By the time we get to all the other, after the first, flat bench, you're getting tired, so you're not able to do as much. So this way, I choose one from each workout and for the main muscle group. So like incline bench the other day, I did 175 instead of 150, what I normally do on my push days, because I'm already tired by the time I get to that. So just allows you to do a little more weight on some of those exercises where you're already fatigued. So 15 with 145. The idea with this is, as far as warming up and working out to some harder sets, is I'm doing, like I said already, using the exercise with light weight to warm up the muscle. So I'm starting out with about half the weight, going through 20 reps, and it should be really easy for you. So I did, I put the wrong number over there. I did, how much was it? 95 pounds, which I plan on going to 190, so that's half. And then moving up to about 75% of the weight I'm gonna do, so I did 145. And now going to 190. I do a couple hard sets pretty much to failure. And the idea here is you don't need a ton of volume as far as, you know, I used to do the whole 5 sets of 5 or 3 to 5 and all that kind of stuff. And you don't get a whole lot of time under tension to work your muscle. So you may be limiting yourself on the muscle building aspect. The strength, yeah, you're good there, but growing muscle, you want more time under tension to get your muscles to grow. So the goal is 10 to 12 reps with 190 here. And then I'm gonna go up and weight one more time, but do a drop set, which I don't normally do because I have other exercises after that. And I don't wanna totally kill the muscle group. Oops. Spelled your name wrong. So, that's the idea there with doing that, because with this I'm only doing one chest compound movement, so just putting your all into it and not worrying about being tired at the end. So my brightness is up all the way here. And just want to make sure you get good enough rest in between sets as well, so we get a good, you're able to put your all into it as well. Even though those are warm-up sets, the other one was getting more difficult because it's still 75%. 50 reps is still a lot, or not 50, 15. And I'm trying to, I got to work on it too, as far as proper form with the ego and all that, because I want to lift heavier, I want to, you know, that gets in your head, I want to look cool and all that, but making progress is more important to me than just trying to look like I can lift a lot. So, you know, a lot of guys are doing 315 or something like that, and I'm gonna be going up to 200, but it's working for me, so it just goes to show you don't need crazy heavy weights. You can use, I mean, relatively heavy, depending on what you can do, but you can use lighter weights, a little bit slower movements, and really make it work for you. I don't have at 50 yet. I don't have my spotter here because my wife's out of town. And I don't want my 8-year-old to spot me here, so I'm not gonna go to true failure. Once I know I can't get another rep, then I'm gonna stop on this one. But if she was here, or if my dad or someone stronger, I'd probably go to failure and then still get a good negative or something, but just gotta adapt. So this is 190. So we got 10, felt pretty good form all the way throughout. I may have been able to eke one more out of that, but I probably would have been lifting up my butt and getting crazy, and that's not good form, and you're likely to get hurt. So we start twisting and putting more strain on ways you're not supposed to be, then that's bad. See, about 10 minutes here. So that was 190 for 10, so pretty happy with that. So next I'm gonna go up to, let's see, I'm gonna go to 210. And like I was saying before, I like to get in the 10 to 15 rep range for most of my working sets. However, in this case, since I'm doing a drop set on this last one, if you're not familiar with the drop set, it's basically I'm gonna do 210 with as many reps as I can, rack it. Then I'm gonna pull off the, I'm gonna pull it back down to 185, do as many as I can, and probably drop it to 155, do as many as I can. So in the end, I'll end up doing probably between 15 and 20 reps total, which when I did that with the squats a couple days ago, I did, I think 225, dropped to 205, to 185, 155. My legs were so sore yesterday and they're still kind of sore. Like, I'm gonna, be doing deadlifts next after this, and I'm not going heavy, but I can still feel my legs a little sore. But my goal with the deadlifts, I'm backing off on the weight. I was up to, I think I did 290 for 12, but I was lifting and then just kind of dropping the weight. And the more I looked at it, I was like, I just want to have more control over it. So I'm gonna think 225 is gonna be the max and focus on lifting and then letting it back down slow, because on all these exercises, the idea is to have a slow negative and then a faster positive. I'm kind of doing the opposite. I got heavy weight going really slow to get it up and then dropping it down, which it should be the opposite of fast up and then slowly lower the weight. So that's what I'm gonna go for in the deadlifts today, and hopefully it'll be good. Yeah, that's the idea. I enjoy lifting heavy weights, but I've done before where I do a set and it doesn't hurt, but then I get up and start hurting, that kind of stuff. So just being careful, being safe. So you're about 30 seconds to go for 3 minutes of rest. So I'm gonna get up to this. We got 210. As I said, I'm gonna try to strip the weights quick, because ideally you're not supposed to be taking your time in a drop set. I've had people there taking the weights off for me, but as many as I can. I'm guessing I'll probably get maybe like 4 or 5. And then rack it, strip it down to 185, rack it again, down to 155. Who knows, maybe I'll go to 135 too. We'll see how it feels. Not bad. That's what I was hoping for. So that's like 20 seconds of rest. My body's still got. Nine reps total so far. I'm gonna go to 160. So I'm dropping 25 pounds each time. 114. I'm gonna go down to 135. So that set lasted a while. 20 reps total. So like I said, only got 5 reps with that 210, but then for the overall complete set, that was 20 reps. So thanks, man. It's fun doing those, even more fun when I have a partner. But I've gotten pretty good over the years at gauging where failure is for me. And I'd rather just drop the weight some then try to eke one more out and start getting crazy. But I'm gonna start moving this stuff around now. Get ready for the next movement. Start the deadlifts, and I haven't deadlifted in, gosh, probably almost 3 weeks. It's because I think part of it I was working at a time, like I was doing my 3-day split, and ideally, do the 3-day split twice in a row, and then, push, or I do legs, push, pull, and then you would take a day of rest and get back into it. But I was just going every day nonstop. Legs, push, pull, legs, push, pull, over and over. And my hip sockets right here were starting to hurt just because I was going heavier and heavier each time, which is good, pushing yourself harder each time. But like I said with those deadlifts, I was doing so much weight and just dropping it, not as controlled. I get doing that if you're, trying to power lift and breaking records and just getting the weight up. That's all you have to do. You don't have to let it down slow, and by all means, but I want to really focus on controlling it. And like I've been saying, less weight, less chance of injury. So take my advice, keep the ego in check, do less weight. So I'm going to be doing 135 first for 20 reps, just like talked about before. And then I think I'm going to be going, what I plan on, 185, then 205, then 225 for the top set. I'm not going to do a drop set on this because I just really want to focus on the slower reps, the slower negatives. Ideally, instead of just dropping the weight in half a second, I gotta catch my breath for that drop set, but letting the weight down, 2 to 3 seconds on the negative. So that's what we're going for here. Yeah, Olympics, that'd be crazy. I don't know if you've ever done CrossFit, but I've never been into that. Like I've got messed up shoulders and like the lifts where they way back here, yank it off the ground. Like I've actually dislocated this shoulder working out before. I have shallow shoulder sockets, so instead of like that, they're more like this, so they can come out easier. And I did a lot skateboarding and snowboarding, falling and twisting, and my shoulder would pop out and be on my chest. But I thought, before I realized it was an actual joint issue, I need to make my shoulder stronger, and then that'll help hold them up, the joint in. And I got to where I could do pretty heavy dumbbell presses. I had 65s in each hand overhead. I think I was doing my 5th rep. It was getting hard and my arm came out a little bit, and my shoulder, just that change of angle, my shoulder dropped out of the socket and I dropped the weights. And ever since then, I will not do overhead presses unless it's with a bar so that my arms can't move, they're locked in place. Ideally, dumbbells, you get even better range of motion, but barbell's plenty of motion to make gains, and it keeps me from getting hurt. So you gotta make do with what works for you. Like, I didn't deadlift until this year, really. I hadn't done it forever, so let's get into this. And I'm trying a wider grip, so I was holding pretty close, and I had some critiques that was pretty close grip, so I'm gonna try to widen it out a bit. And I was lifting my butt before, so I need to focus on lifting everything at once. So I want to just let it down slow. I feel pretty good. I feel like the tempo is good. That's the warm-up set. And I have links, not links, but lists in the description. Everything I plan on doing. And I'm going to update all the times for all the lifts when I get done. So if you want to just jump ahead and see the lifts, if you're watching the playback, they are there, or will be there for you by tonight. That felt pretty good. Nice and controlled. Grip gets tired easier with that since I'm going so slow. Because usually I drop it and then kind of let go, grab again. Since I wasn't moving so fast, I don't really have to reposition my hands. Thanks. I'm glad I have someone here watching me can let me know, because for real, like, I've been working out since I was, gosh, I don't know, 10, 11. My dad was always taking me to the gym. And I think I learned good form for most stuff, but I've been learning too, like, I'm not afraid to get critiqued. If I'm doing something wrong, I want to fix it so I can get the most out of the exercise, but also prevent getting injured. Because being 32 and having shoulder injuries, back injuries, knee, yeah, all that stuff, oh, bicep on this side. I am all about being healthy and not getting hurt. So we got next 185 for 15. These pants are a little tight. Maybe my legs are just getting bigger. We'll pretend it's that. And not just that it's hot outside. It's definitely a little harder to let it down. It's slow with a heavy weight. Oh man, dislocated knee. That sounds painful. Yeah, something like that's definitely got to be worse than the shoulder because you're putting weight on your knee all the time or having to hop around, whereas my arm, you just have it there in a sling and you get over it. But yeah, it's getting towards the 90s here now, mid to high 80s. In the summer, it gets in the low to mid hundreds. So the only downside of a gym that's outside. But today, since I said I'm usually doing a compound lift for chest, back, and legs, whereas deadlift's kind of back and legs. So for this, I'm actually, I'm going to be doing I'm doing 2 more circuits after this. One's going to be hip thrusts, and I forget what the other thing is. It's in the description there. And then I'm going to be doing straight arm lat pull downs. Since this is working chest, legs, and back kind of equally, then I can put a little more emphasis on legs and another on a back exercise. I'll put on my straps for this next set just so that my form starts, not my form, but my grip starts getting tired. I can focus on still slowly lowering the weight rather than just dropping it because my hands are losing grip. Now this isn't so much to hurt them. I just started using these a few months ago when I started lifting heavier, getting over like 235, and I couldn't hold my grip couldn't hold the bar for 12 to 15 reps. These ones are nice. They have some padding here, so that is nice, but they're leather ones. You can get nylon, and there's another material, but it goes on like that. Then you wrap this around the bar and kind of cinch it down, and it pulls really tight on your arm so that you're still having to grip it, but it's transferring a lot of that strength just into your arms overall so that you're not having to lose your grip. Where some people say, oh, you shouldn't go heavier weight if you can't grip it, but this is an exercise for your back and your legs, not for your grip strength. So it's debatable whether you should use them or not, but I want to get heavy enough weight to really work my back and my legs. Yeah, especially once I start getting over the 200s, if I'm doing a lot of reps, like I've gotten to where my fingers are holding the bar like this, and it just, the last thing I want is the thing to roll out from under me, or I start getting bad form because I'm losing the weight. So try them out, they're definitely good. That's funny. So yeah, it takes a little longer to get set up, but you just wrap this around the bar, then twist, and it cinches down pretty tight. And that's the thing, you want to make sure you get it tight or else it's not going to do as much. And you can get it really tight if you can twist it hard. And that padding is nice. Makes it feel better. All right, good form. This is 225. Definitely starting to sweat more. Yeah. Veins are starting to pop out. Man, that's just, I feel like I was letting the weight down faster, which I'm sure I was on those ones. But man, halfway through that I was thinking, how in the world did I do 90 for almost, how many reps, like 12 I think? Because that was tough. I'm gonna go down to 205 for this set, so I'm gonna drop back some. I feel like that's a pretty good set there. Ideally, doing deadlifts like squats, you would do that at the beginning of your workout, which is what I normally do. But it takes a lot out of you, and because I'm doing bench press as well with it today, I didn't want to feel dead going to the bench press. Whereas, using triceps and chest, I can pound that out and it's not going to affect my deadlifts really. Whew. Definitely sweating a lot more. A lot more sweat rags and stuff, more laundry to do in the summer. I'll give myself another minute, get the last set of this and move on to hip thrust and then skull crusher. So I'm doing some tricep and shoulder stuff along with this for today. And then I'm actually gonna be doing my next live one tomorrow because I gotta go out of town again Sunday, last minute, so be doing back-to-back days. That's why I'm doing a little earlier today, and I'll probably do an evening workout tomorrow for the next one. Whew. Feels good though, nothing's hurting, so that's always a good sign. Tell you what though, those squats, I've never done a drop set with squats. I've done a lot with leg presses. When I did that a couple days ago, I didn't feel it so much then. I was tired because I ended up doing about 30 reps total in this set. But man, yesterday, or I even started feeling it that night, but yesterday my legs going up and down the stairs, taking kids to their beds and all that kind of stuff, I was just like, ow, how am I gonna work out tomorrow? All right. Don't want to rest too long. Normally I wear shorts when I work out just because, especially with it being hot, but with these deadlifts, I do not want the bar scraping down my shins without any pants in front of them. Because even with pants, I've had my shins bleeding a little bit doing a heavier weight. I don't notice it during the lift, but afterwards I do. I'm always really paranoid about being symmetrical because my back is a little bit crooked and I don't want anything to be off balance and make that even worse. So I like keeping everything symmetrical as much as possible. 205. 15. Yeah, actually, almost did fall over. I got on video too, doing squats a few weeks ago. I had my nephew with me. He's 14. My shin's bleeding, oops. But with squats, he was coming down, starting to come up on his toes instead of putting his weight on his heels. So I was doing a set, trying to really emphasize, hey, you know, come down, you're using your whole foot to balance you, but keeping your weight and pushing from your heels. And I went down, started coming up, and had to step back. And I was thinking, what in the world is that? Here I am, talking about how to do this, and I'm about to tip over. But everyone makes mistakes. And it's good to show them what can happen if you're not careful. So, thankfully, it wasn't really heavy weight. Because especially with something heavy, you know, it's one thing to have, you know, I'm doing 200, but say you have 400 pounds on your back, using both legs, but you put all that weight on one leg or something, that's twice as much strain. And that's something you don't need. I've seen videos of guys, you know, doing PRs and stuff, 1 rep max with squat, and they walk out and then their leg breaks because all that stress is stomping down on one leg really hard. And then it's gonna be a long time before you can squat, if that happens. So you gotta be smart so you don't get hurt. Yeah, he definitely saw what not to do and what can happen if you put too much weight on your heels. I appreciate you hanging out, John, and talking. Makes it more fun when someone's interacting. Especially since most of the time I'm working out by myself. Let's see if I can make a more interesting angle here for you. I say that as I'm putting my butt on the camera. Let's see. I had marks on the ground, and I can barely see them now. There it is. Let's see. I usually have someone hold the bench while I do this because things tends to slide backwards. So hopefully this will be enough to counteract it. Well, I guess I wasn't thinking I could get these heavy dumbbells, put them on there. Let's get some 80s. 250 pounds ought to hold it in place, I think. There we go. One trick I started doing is putting this in my lap, and it feels a lot better on your waist doing these thrusts. So I'm going to start out with, I think I was planning on doing 185 today. Yeah, 185 to start out. Because I really want to focus, pushing the weight up, pause for a second, let it back down slow. And the heavier it gets, it's a lot easier and more tempting to just shoot through the reps really fast. That is not what I'm going for here. So, I'm going to take this out of the way and try moving the camera to the other side. So bear with me. Well, it's a little shaky here for a second. Try not to lose the connection here. Eventually, I'll have 2 cameras here hopefully, and this won't be an issue. But we're making it work. So let's tilt this down. That's pretty good. Good angle there. Put this right here for the other exercise. The only bad thing about working out in the home gym like this is having to switch things around and not being able to get stuff set up quickly. Oh yeah, scuba accident? Wow, that stinks, especially if you're in the water when that happens. You're on the move, are you just going somewhere, or are you actually like moving homes or something? I've moved, I think, like 7 or 8 times over the last 10 years, and I'm glad to say we are finally in a place where we are staying. Lived in Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Ohio, back to Alabama, back to Mississippi, then back to Alabama again. So it's been a lot. So I want to focus on pushing it up, slow on the way down, up and pause. Well, good news is the bench didn't move, so that worked. That was tough. Make sure this other bench is in view here. Turn the camera a bit. There we go. And oh yeah. Oh nice, all over the world, that's cool. I've been to all those places, but never, actually I haven't been to Mexico. Get this bar out. Guess I should have had this ready before I started this set. It's all good. Doing the skull crushers here. Tricep work. There we go. 50 pounds here. switch this out. See how much weight I had planned. Military, yep. Nice. I'm going to Florida next month. You ever heard of Longboat Key? Or Sarasota, I think? What am I doing? 225, all right. Used to go there every year as a kid. Finally went back last year after like 10 years. My wife liked it, the kids too, so we figured we'd go back again this year. We got a busy schedule next month. I gotta go back out of town for work. And I get home, and we're leaving a few days later to go to Universal Studios for a week, and then going straight from there to the beach for another week. It's gonna be fun once I get back from work, but my exercise schedule's definitely gonna change a bit. Oh, nice, yeah. Tampa. Let's see, 225 and 65 on. Just have to get the weights prepped ahead of time this time. All right. Jump right back into this. I don't want to slow down too much. So 225, shooting for at least 15 here. Oh, got 20 again. That was painful in the butt. Yeah, it felt like a lot. So now we got 65 pounds for these. All right, 15. That was tiring. See, 80 pounds on the next one. What am I thinking? I have to share the weights now between the bitch and this. Use this. My legs are loosening up for sure now after this and the deadlifts, after being so sore the other day. I just don't like all the sweating. Gummy legs, yeah. I've had that before. Man, where people think like, oh, I sweated a bunch today, I got a good workout. But I worked out just as hard as this all through the winter and didn't sweat a drop because it's like 30, 40 degrees in my garage. You might feel more tired because you're hot, but it doesn't mean that you're working harder per se. You could be, but just because you sweat, that doesn't mean you're working any harder. And I thought these full body workouts were going to go quicker, but they're actually taking longer than my normal ones. They're so tiring. All right, we got 275 this time. Maybe it's because my whole body feels tired instead of just one part. That makes it harder. My kids are watching a movie inside, and it sounds really loud. I keep hearing lots of loud bass, like boo. All right, I'm gonna do 80 pounds on the triceps. Tomorrow's the workout I'm actually not nervous about getting hurt or anything, but I'm going to be doing lunges for my leg movement, and those lunges, it's usually second in my leg workout. I'm going to be doing it. It's the only thing, so I'm going to be doing heavier weight, and they're tough. Hold on, baby. What do you need?
I didn't want this part, so I gave it to Izzy. I just want the orange stuff.
You want an orange one?
Let's inspire to Izzy.
Okay. That's fine. You want to say hi to the camera?
Hi.
Have a drink?
Yeah.
Have a kiss? Have a kiss? I'm sweaty. That's nice of you to share. Alright. I'm gonna do 300. And then drop it down to 225. And that'll be it for this. Because I don't feel like swapping out more weights. There's another 2.5. Got weights all over the place. Last round of this. I think that's right. 225 plus 70. That's 300. Yeah, they're watching some kind of cartoon. I forget what it's called. I was trying something out. Well, my wife was gone with their 2 older kids. They're 8 and 9. Letting them stay up till 10. They usually stay up till 8. They both stayed up with me the first night. We watched the movie. The next day, my son was very cranky, but my daughter was fine. So he went to bed at normal time. And my daughter stayed up last night. We watched the movie. And now today, my son's been fine, and my daughter's been more cranky. So I think they definitely need the sleep. And I've learned from the experiment not to keep them up multiple nights in a row. All right, 300, then drop down to 225. Oh, it's heavy. Can't get up. For how much I don't like these squeeze grip things. Come on. Oh, that was tiring. I have to rest before I do my triceps. Man, an hour and 5 minutes already. Dang. Just hoping to be done close now, but I'm really not in any hurry. Got most everything done for the day that we needed, so I got time. I'm not going to do a drop set on this, but I'm going to do a superset. That bench is very sweaty now. Move the camera back over where it was before for the rest of this. If you were following along and you're a beginner, that's probably plenty of volume for you. It'd be fine to stop there, but I have one more circuit I'm doing here. Try to set this up as quickly as possible. Probably wasting a good 10 to 15 minutes from having to tear down and set up different lifts. I'm gonna try to do it quickly. I'm gonna rest for a second. Minus beginner. I gotta start somewhere. Just doing something's better than nothing. Cool thing is, over the last, gosh, how long's it been? Almost a year now. This is the first year I've really been consistent, really pushing hard. Or I guess, yeah, I mean, with learning how to train correctly, as far as what works best for me for sets and reps and all that, and I've seen a lot of improvement over the last year. I'm up like almost 20 pounds from where I was a year ago. I'm actually working on making a video about that too. I don't think it's all muscle, obviously, that would be ridiculous at my age and my training age to think that I gained 20 pounds of muscle in a year. But I have stayed pretty lean and strength has gone up a lot. The squat went from 145 to 215. Bench press from like 160 to 190 for 10. So it's been going quite well. And the deadlifts, obviously, we talked about that. All right, doing side lateral, pull downs, and calf raises. All right. Set this up. quick. I'm only doing 3 rounds of this for the accessory lifts. So we got that. This for 45s. Yes. This is a nice setup. I like this pulley system, but it is a bit of a pain at times. It would be nice to have a weight stack to just quickly switch weights, but can't be too whiny about it. Really whiny at all. There's no point in being whiny. Okay, so I'm gonna get 15s first here. 20 reps. Yeah, practice for sure makes perfect. And just learning not to ego lift, and especially if you see yourself starting to do it, being able to back off, like those deadlifts. I wouldn't necessarily say that I was ego lifting when I was doing 290, because I think form was pretty good on it still, but like I was saying, with kind of dropping the weight instead of letting it down slow, it's just a sign that it's getting heavy. If you're doing this right, you should really feel it in the lats. If your arms are more straight this way and you're pulling down, you can start to feel it in your, what's the word, triceps? And that's a sign you're not quite doing it right. Calf raises. I need this. Sorry for the noise. You got to get these ready. Tilt this down a bit. Come on. There we go. 115. Reps there. Garbage truck is loud. If you can hear that, that's what that was. Just leave this on. Nice. All right, 25 this time. Two more rounds of those 3 exercises, and that will be the end of this unnecessarily long workout. Let me think of Austin Powers, the unnecessarily slow-moving dipping mechanism. All right, I think 60 pounds on, is that 45? Yeah. 60 pounds on these lat pull downs now. Goodness. What are we at? 118. Wow. Oh well, this will be my first hour and a half workout. And calves. You know, I'm saying it's really long, but if you consider, normally I'm doing a workout every day, and I'm working out for like around an hour and 10 minutes, an hour to an hour and 10. And now I'm squeezing all that into fewer workouts. So it makes sense that it would take longer. And I didn't really consider how much more fatiguing doing a full body workout can be. Because it's one thing when like chest, shoulders are really tired, or legs, but when everything is getting tired, then you just keep going around like this, going from one muscle group to the other. It definitely makes a difference. It's 140. That's pretty good. All right, we're doing one more round of all that with some drop sets involved. And I'm out of water. So I'm gonna get one of these Gatorade zero sugar drinks. Yeah, I do enjoy it. That's why, I mean, if someone's following along, you know, you can always work faster if you want, but just want to show people what I do and what works for me. And since I am home a lot, it's not like I have to consider other people. Like, you drive to the gym and then, you know, for me that would probably be a 30 to 40 minute round trip. Then you work out for an hour. It ends up being 2 hours. Total, you're gone for exercise. Whereas for this, I can spend more time with the actual exercises, so it works out for me. Okay. Get everything set up here and give me an excuse to rest a little more. So I'm gonna do 30s for these lateral raises, a drop set. So 30s, 25s, 20s, as many as I can. And then on the lat pull down to drop set, doing 70, dropping to 45. And calf raises. Just gotta remind myself, like, I'm out of breath, but I'm using different muscles than what I just did. So really, I'm tired, but my muscles can do it. Man, those 30s are heavy. 8, I think. Losing count, I'm getting tired. 13. I need to get a mirror for my garage because, especially with movements like that, or even, you know, deadlifts and all that kind of stuff, to be able to see my form. But I was talking about my shoulder. I dislocated. I tend to raise my right shoulder. I have to watch the playback. I don't remember. Either it's lower than the left because it's because of just injuring it before, or it's I'm overcompensating going higher because I think it's lower. But when I have a mirror, I can see. I try to keep the dumbbells in my peripheral and try to guess where straight is, but it's you know, it's all good. Let's zoom in a little bit on this one. This is a better angle. This way. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. Drop set. Here we go. Got 8. Sorry, that was loud. That was 17 total. The drop sets are a great way to go harder than last time. Push yourself past failure, because you fail at the heavier weight and then you're able to keep going. Thanks. Last set, 160. I'm gonna drop off 35 pounds. I'm gonna drop off another 35 pounds. And then we're gonna be done. I'm definitely gonna need a shower. And I gotta go record some other videos to put up on the channel. Got some good new recipes I've been trying that I've really liked, that I'm working on. 13. Uh, 20. Last drop. Oh, my calves are on fire. That's enough. And that's it, people. That is the longest live workout I've done to date. But it was pretty brutal, especially if you're outside and it's hot. But thanks, John. Thanks for joining. Thanks for keeping me company, John. Made it even more fun. Got a good video coming out next week early on a full day of eating fast food and how you can do that and stay full, stay within your calories for the day, so that don't use going on vacation as an excuse to just go off diet or off your plan and then get back into it when you get home. So look out for that. Thanks for joining. I'll see y'all very soon. Tomorrow. Bye.